So the last year has been an amazing one here at the University of Delaware, and it's been such a wonderful opportunity for me to give back to an institution that I love a lot and that I've had such wonderful experiences at. It's also given me the perspective to have a really broad overview of the institution and to see the amazing things that are happening here and to really be able to witness that kind of perspective, to see what our students are accomplishing every day. I'm particularly proud of the community engagement that we have, that our students and faculty spend 250,000 hours a year out helping our communities in Delaware, in the nation, and literally in the world. And so that's amazing to me that our students are so committed and impactful. In addition to that, I'm really proud of the research that we do, and I think that as a very intensive research university, the Carnegie designation, that's a huge plus in terms of economic development opportunities and innovations in the region. And the university stands to be a really big partner with that, and that benefits our students too. So from my perspective, the students are the mission, and we need to focus on what we can do to help students be successful in the 21st century. And I think UD is doing a terrific job with that. Well, so remember, the university is part of that national landscape, and I think what we've seen is a huge evolution in terms of where higher education has moved over the last 30 years. And so technology has driven a lot of it. Changes in student demographics have driven it. Affordability has been an issue. So all of those things come together to drive where we are today and how we've moved in that sector. And I think that the university has changed a lot, has been very forward-looking, and has been an institution that has been willing to embrace the necessary changes to keep us moving forward. And I think that that's a really positive thing for the students here and for the institution. After being here for 32 years, I was not looking to leave the University of Delaware, and yet here was this opportunity that came up. And what I discovered in having the opportunity to be in the role of acting president, but not being a candidate for the position itself, I discovered that I really enjoyed that larger platform. I enjoyed interacting with the students on that larger platform, and so maybe I should think about doing that. And then this opportunity came up, and it seemed to be a really good fit. And so, as you can imagine, I have a lot of very cherished friendships and relationships and memories here at UD. None of that will go away. I'll keep all of that, and then also look to build memories and friendships at the University of New Hampshire as well. So I've had a lot of opportunities here to interact with a variety of different sectors. So the University of Delaware is a can-do place. It allows you to really think big and do things. And so you can partner with the private sector, you can come in and you can get a team together and say, we want to go in this direction and we want to try this. And mostly the administration here will support that, and they will say, yes, let's give it a try. And so even from the perspective of when we put the wind turbine up at the Lewis campus, and people were very supportive of that kind of a venture. And so it's given me the opportunity to try different things, to try different partnerships, to interact with new kinds of curriculum, to bring people together in different ways. And I think that that kind of opportunity will serve me very well when I go to the University of New Hampshire. So one of the things that we did is to, and I did this of course with a group of faculty and staff who helped us move this agenda forward, but we were able to put up a 2-megawatt wind turbine at the Lewis campus, which functionally, when you average the energy production over the year, takes that campus off the grid. So it produces enough energy to totally cover the energy needs of that campus. And so it's a green campus. And so when you plug your computers in or turn your light switches on down there, it's all green energy. And the great thing about it is that it's a partnership with Gamesa Technologies, and what Gamesa and UD do together through a joint venture is to do research and development. And so our students have had the opportunity to interact with the people at Gamesa. They've had the opportunity to be trained to climb the tower at the wind turbine and to do research on the turbine that then informs issues and challenges that Gamesa has, and then can be put into product development. So it's been a terrific partnership that we've had with them. We want to make sure that we have a safe and secure environment. That is really a top priority for us. We want our students to feel safe and secure. We want your parents to know that when they leave you at the campus, that you're in a safe and secure environment. And so we've put a lot of effort into this, and over the past year, we have re-examined the policies that we have. We've redefined how we go about doing investigations of sexual assault, so we're much more proactive. And we feel that we've streamlined and have a much more efficient process that is respectful of the individuals that are involved in something like that. And so we know it's a traumatic situation, and so we've tried to really be very proactive about how we address it. We're also trying to be very transparent about it. So we want people to know we do reports on how we're doing with that particular issue, so that we're constantly reevaluating how we can do better. So on the topic of diversity, we have had issues just like there have been issues in the national on campuses across the country. And ours really came to the fore, I think, in September, when we had the noose incident. I guess I'd call it the noose wire incident here on campus. And what we learned during that time is that there were some sensitivities, there were some tensions, there were some issues that we really needed to confront. And we needed to shine the light on them and have a dialogue. And that dialogue started the day after the noose incident with a student-led, and we actually, it was a joint meeting, gathering on the green, but the students organized it, and they did an awesome job with it. And they brought in the various sectors, including Chief Ogden. They brought me in, our Chief Diversity Officer. They had an alumnus who had been active in these kinds of issues when he was here on campus. And then, of course, the students spent quite a bit of time telling their stories. Their stories were really impactful, and the people that were gathered on the green really heard the issues. And I got a flood of emails into my president's box that coming from the campus saying, what can we do to help? How do we change the culture on this campus? What can we do to make things better? And so that started the dialogue. That started what I like to think of as the moment of transformation. And now we've been driving that forward. And out of the provost's office, Vice Provost Carol Henderson, who is our Chief Diversity Officer, the VP for Diversity, she really has worked hard to develop a plan for inclusive excellence. We have all bought into that plan and added to that plan. And it not only is a plan of words, but now we have added actions that we're already doing and plans for moving things forward even beyond that. So one of the things I promised to do is have a presentation on the state of diversity at the university prior to my departure. So I promised the students that day, both in the words that I said to the group as a whole, but also to the individual students on that platform that had had some pretty awful experiences. I promised them that we would make changes in the time that I was in this office. And I feel very strongly about my responsibility to make good on those promises, and I believe we are. So I believe we've made a lot of progress. There's obviously still more to do, but I think we're laying the groundwork, and that's the we collectively. It's the team. None of us does it alone, but I think we are laying the groundwork to make things change at the University of Delaware.